Hello everyone, Rimea here, and welcome to my playthrough of Sunset Shores, or Super Mario Bros. Next Sunset Shores. So this is the very first New Super Mario 2 mod I'm playing on my channel, and I believe also maybe one of the first major New Super Mario 2 mods that's been released, I believe. I don't know. I'm not really in touch with the New Super Mario 2 modding scene that much, but I did try and look into it, and it doesn't seem like there's too much else except for this mod and like a few other Super Mario Bros. Next related mods out there. But yeah, basically I'm gonna start playing some Need for Speed mods on my channel now. And starting off with Sunset Shores, which I believe mainly was made by Toms, who is a friend of mine, and a few other Super Mario Bros. Next team members also helped out, I believe. But yeah, without further ado, let's go on. So I am playing this on Citra, which is like the Need for Speed 2 emulator. And for some reason I can't figure out why exactly it's lagging a bit here and there, not during gameplay or anything, just at the world map and some other specific points, it seems. I've tried a lot of different things to fix this. It doesn't seem to work. So as you can see, there's a little bit of lag right now, for example. But yeah, like I said, I tried to fix this. I have a pretty good, some might even say great PC, like a gaming PC, so I'm not sure why. But yeah, ignoring the lag for a second, you can see it's like the same cutscene as the New Super 2 usually starts with, only now it's like Sunset Beach, because this is a one-world Sunset Beach mod, hence the name Sunset Shores. Lovely lagging music, alright. And yeah, like I said, the world map's also going to be a bit laggy. The only way I found to fix this is to like change the lighting engine or something, but then that also changes the look of a lot of things, including the world map and the background. So we're not going to do that. Alright, but yeah, let's get started with 1-1. There's no names for levels in this game, which is, and also not for worlds, I believe. So yeah, it's just 1-1. Alright. Yes, like I said, this mod was made by Toms, who is a really good level designer, I'd say. I should say this playthrough of mine isn't blind. I played this mod back when it first released. I don't know exactly when. It must have been maybe late 2018 or early 2019 or something. I don't quite remember, to be honest. And at one point, oh wow, I just took damage to that spiny twice. At one point we were going to remake this mod in Rimea, together with Tom's, but that never really worked out that well. Like, we just kind of stopped doing that after a while. Though I did make 1 or 2 levels already. In fact, I think I showed one of those levels off on my channel. You might still be able to find that a few months ago. I don't know. I want to see what's down here actually. No, but like, why is this semi-solid like this? You know, you can clearly, hold on. No, okay, that's nothing. Alright, well, fine. I'm not used to playing Need for Speed 2 at all. My opinion on Need for Speed 2 is it's bad game, but not for the reason a lot of people say it is. I'd say graphically, like, tileset wise, it's actually pretty good, except for the fact that it's not very unique, but like, I think all of the tilesets actually look better than Wii's version of the same tileset, except they're a little lower res. And a lot of the mechanics are also, you know, quite cool and interesting and like slightly unique, but they're all like kind of variations of Wii mechanics. The thing that's bad about Need for Speed is just the level design and like the gimmicky coin thing and stuff. Yeah, so far this mod is pretty, you know, nicely designed, I'd say. There's a lot of urchins down here. Also got the micro urchins, which aren't in Need for Speed or Wii. That's a lot, like a lot of Need for Speed's mechanics are like, hey, let's take something from Wii and just make it like slightly different and like kind of change it and then make a level of that. Like, you've got urchins and big urchins. Why not small urchins? You know. That's, I guess, like the reasoning of the team. It wasn't made by the same guys who made Wii and Need for Speed. It was made like by like I think some people call it like the intern team or something, which is rather funny. Yeah, so we're just like experiencing a tiny bit of lag, I believe, but I think it should be fine. Definitely some interesting tiling going on. Like, okay, so in Need for Speed 2 and Need for Speed Wii mods, it's harder to see tiling errors, I'd say, because the low resolution and stuff, and the tilesets like don't really work that well, anyways. Regardless, like sometimes it just don't repeat. But like, for example, you can see there's like this here is wrong. This bottom edge, and also there's a tile sticking through that big corner piece. These background tiles are actually from Need for Speed, not Need for Speed 2, I believe. And if you look at like the underground tile set, especially, there's a lot of like tiles that don't quite work. Interesting how there's a too high like brick block question mark thing. You don't really want to do that usually, but I guess like there wasn't really that much of another option in this case, or you'd have to like stick out above the screen when you were standing on top of the block. I guess it kind of makes sense. Really liking the vibe though, like the sunset beach theme is quite cool, and like the music and stuff. I don't think this mod features any like custom tile sets. Like it's not. I think this is just the default Need for Speed 2 beach tile set. And like all of the quote-unquote custom tile sets are just like Need for Speed resizes and Weave resizes, or like, well, like remakes or whatever you want to call them. Not really though. They're just like imports of other tile sets basically. But I think it works, you know. The mod's a very interesting vibe because there is a lot of like ASM stuff and that kind of thing, but like the actual, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not like unique levels, but it's not like very like different levels per se. It's the levels still all feel very vanilla and stuff. I think with that we've pretty much come to the end of the stage. Yeah, we have. Interesting goal pole. I think Molcar wouldn't approve of that goal pole because it's very simple and doesn't really relate to the levels mechanic or anything at all. To be honest, what was that levels mechanic? Maybe like barrels or something? I don't know. I guess urchins. Alright, and on to the slightly laggy world map and 1-2. Interesting thing to note about this world map, and I noticed this like close to when the mod released, like the mod map is just like the Need for Speed 2 World 1 world map, except you know the models are changed, but the paths and still stuff are still exactly the same, which is rather fun. Yeah, and I guess kind of clever because it means you don't have to really deal with custom path editing and stuff. Oh yeah, look, it's a 3-wide question mark. That's another. See, that's another like, such a gimmicky thing. Like, okay, let's take normal question mark and make it slightly different, right? Yeah, 3-wide. Why not? Same thing for like the blue Goombas. Like that's just a useless addition, but it's just like, you know, take something from Wii and make it slightly different. I think this is one of the stages I actually remade. What is going on with this piranha plant up here? Do you see that? He's misplaced by a tile, and also you can see the background tiles going off. I don't want to make this like a playthrough of me nitpicking on tiny little mistakes like that, but especially the piranha plant like being offset is a little bit like, come on, you could fix that. It might be there's like a more updated version of this mod, which I haven't downloaded. I already had this mod installed on Citra, so I didn't bother like installing it again. Maybe there's like a newer version. I don't know. These munches right here are ASM. You can kind of tell they're not like the way the lips move is just like a little bit off in my opinion. Like they don't. It's more like that. Yeah, like I said, they have lips rather than their whole mouth is moving. Looks a little odd, but it's really cool though that they're in the game regardless, because they weren't in Super Mario Bros. 2 originally. I guess this is kind of your very standard 1-2 kind of stage, you know, with moving platforms and underground and pipes and underground and stuff. Especially these platform generators have been in 1-2s since the very beginning. I always feel like this should be something uphill, like you go up here, there's like a little secret coin room, and then you can go down on the right side. I don't know. That might just be me. That's just like what it feels like. But I guess it might also be the Super Mario Bros. 2, not Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 1-2 influence affecting my brain. I like the way these fire traps are placed down here. Like they're a bit annoying, but not too hard. And this is also a nice pipe. It's like it's clear there's something in this pipe, but it's still a little hard to get to. I also know that Tom's really loves bonus rooms. Like he'll almost always put a bonus room rather than just having a star coordinate and open. And I agree with him. It's much better to have a bonus room than just having placed that star coin like between those these fire traps. Oh hello, I'm not hit somehow. That's cool. Speaking of which, those munches were definitely touching me, but I guess that's fine. Hello. This is an awfully small fireball for such a big piranha plant. They fire bigger ones? Is that a thing? I don't remember. Oh yeah, and here you're kind of like forced to use a star to kill this piranha plant, but you can also go down here because there's a sign pointing down. You've even got some slanted munches, which is also possible in Need for Speed 2, but still cool. And that's the end of the stage. See, that's the much better goal pole because it actually uses the levels mechanic, which is moving platforms in this case, I guess, and like makes an interesting kind of goal pole out of it. It's still quite easy, I'd say, but that's nice. I also find it interesting how there's a lot of things in, like, I'm just gonna mostly be talking about the differences between Need for Speed 2 and Need for Speed U and Wii. Like a lot of things in Need for Speed 2 look a little different, like a little more shiny or a little more like and it's just different. Like if you like look at the mushrooms or the gold poles or like pretty much every like even the signs, like everything just looks slightly different. Like the way the fire flower kind of like glows and stuff. It's just some interesting differences between the games, which I guess a lot of people who are just like, oh, Need for Speed is like a clone of Wii or something, just don't really pay attention to. Like how the, you know, like every single tile set pretty much is like a Wii tile set except better, like with more decoration tiles and stuff. Kind of feels like there's something down here that I highly doubt it. I think I remember how to get that star coin over there. This is definitely one of the like, hey, look, we've got ASM stages, you know. I think at least because this one uses the tile god, which actually it might be that the tile god already has this functionality by default in Need for Speed 2. It doesn't in Need for Speed 2. In Need for Speed 2, like the tile god is really bloody limited. For those who don't know, the tile god is the sprite that spawns tiles. Used a lot in this stage. As you can see, there's also an actor spawner which spawns sprites like that Paracooper, and I think also there's coins. There might be those coins for tiles. I'm not sure how it works in honestly. I have made a damn it. Okay, well that's a rip to the second star coin, I believe. I was gonna say I have made a single Need for Speed custom stage like years ago. You can also still find that on my channel, I believe. And so I have very little experience with modding Need for Speed 2. I really like to make a Need for Speed 2 mod at some point. I know there's a lot of like I said, like a lot of very different mechanics and stuff in the game. It might be fun, but I also know there's a lot of things that are really limited to do. Like I know making custom tile sets is like an absolute pain or something. I don't know. Yeah, so here we have another cool ASM thing. Like this, I guess, enemy encounter pipe section. I kind of wish that enemies would actually like spawn out of the pipes rather than them just kind of appearing above the pipes like they do right now. But it's still really cool, I'd say. You know, it does feel very like hacky, I guess, the way they kind of just like pop out of thin air and like are right above the pipes, especially that these 2 tall, and I think also 3 tall at some point, Goombas. Oh god. Yeah, see, like the way that full Goomba just kind of popped out of thin air, especially, just weird in my opinion. Yeah, let's do this clever. Go. Hey. Alright. This section here always reminds me of an almost identical section in 2-1 of newer Wii. But it's like the exact same, like the same like pipes and stuff, and Starcoin on the side and that kind of thing, and it's also a desert cave kind of vibe, but it's mirrored. I'm not sure if that's intentional. I think I asked Tom at one point and he said no, I was just like completely subconscious. But I always thought that was really clever, or not clever, but like interesting, I guess. Interesting, yeah. Not do something back here, or no? That's later on. I'm remembering later sections of this stage. Now I've got some timing going on with the tile gods. I guess in general, this mod has quite a like this mod has quite a relaxed vibe. Like it's just like, you know, like the music's very calming. The stages aren't too hard or too like complex per se. It's just like, yeah, just kind of chill. Like it's like different in that way from like Neo Super Luigi Land Wii, which we not Neo Super Luigi Land Wii, which we just finished playing. Like that has a very like intense, like every level's very deliberate and like very hard in a way vibe. Oh, I thought we lost the 3rd star coin when we couldn't, like, when we accidentally hit that switch earlier, which, like, despawned the pipe. But I guess not. I'm not sure what that was then. Maybe, like, a coin bonus room or something. This is Need for Speed 2 after all. Yeah, see, like, how even the gold ball castle looks a little different from Wii and U. And also, like, for example, the look of the tower is a little bit different. So a lot more towered-like, you could say. Yeah. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, let's go buy this. I'm actually not sure to what extent these have been changed. Interestingly, you can see the path doesn't quite line up with the level note there. I feel like it's kind of shifted off to the left. Sorry for pointing out all these like tiny inconsistencies. It's just something I noticed. See if there's anything different here. No, there's even a forest background. Very interesting. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or what. Doesn't really do much, that Toadhouse. Wow, these first 2 Toadhouses are lame. let's try the one-up house actually. Wait, you see how like Mario's even like walking a little bit diagonally? You see that? I guess the path isn't going diagonally, like the literal like texture of the path. That's really interesting. I'm not sure if that's like some kind of accident or something. I don't know. Can I? Oh, I don't have the star coins. Oh no, I don't want to enter it. No, no, no. I thought I could buy that and okay, well, we're not gonna play this stage. All right. Yeah, let's go on to the tower, which if I remember correctly, isn't actually a tower. Maybe I don't know. So we start off with the tower vibe. This is actually the Nisra Ju tower tile set. You can see that by the edge pieces. But the background tiles are actually from Wii, I believe. But then we just shoot up into an airship. Pretty cool, I'd say. I also like the vibe with the sunset mountain background, which is really cool looking. Really love that. Oh god, okay. Is there maybe a star coin up here? I don't quite remember all the star coins in this one. I know there's like one very like hard star coin, I believe. I don't know. I remember this stage being a little bit tricky in some places. It's always so inconsistent on whether you can actually stand on these things or not, because like I know in Rimea DS, which also used this Wii airship tile set, you could stand on these, but then like most other games you can't. So I always get a little bit confused by that. One thing that can be said by using the style set in this game is that, well, for one, there's no airship movement, and also the tile set isn't actually technically used properly. It's not something most people who haven't played like more that we will notice, but there's actually like special shadow pieces on the Wii airship tile set, which are supposed to go in certain places, which this stage barely uses. I guess it kind of uses them like right here. You can see them on those tiles, and like this one, and there's some other places it's not there. It's a little bit weird, maybe you could say bad. It's okay though, in my opinion. Did the soul here just despawn? I think I saw it earlier. I saw it earlier. And see, now it's back. Huh, how weird. That's really strange. Right, we can go like I guess. Maybe. Oh, sure that works. Collision be damned. Oh yeah, you've got some boxes which aren't in Nisra Suit either. So these are just done with like location state circuit within controllers, which check if the player's ground pounding, and then there's just some tiles for the actual boxes. I guess I've done this trick before myself as well. As you can see, it doesn't work quite as well. It's a little bit strange, but most functions, I guess. Most people are probably not even gonna notice the difference. Oh, got some cool camera movement stuff going on. It's the because that's the little like beat thing that always happens when you have the Tanuki suit. I think it is going along with the airship music, which is impressive because that's like custom imported music. Not sure how hard that was to pull off, but that's pretty cool. I know like us Nisra Ju modders never bother having like custom Yoshi drums or Baby Yoshi cheers or whatever. Is there something down here? It kind of feels like there is. Hold on. Definitely feels like there is. There's nothing indicating there being. Oh! Well, I'm about to find it. If there is something. No, there isn't. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Okay, let's not stupidly die this time. By potentially looking for a potential secret section. Apparently wasn't there in this case. I remember there being some kind of section like that, though. I guess it was later on in the stage. So we're nearly at the end, I think. Are these big? I think these big souls might also be ASM? I don't remember. No, maybe they're not. Oh god, okay. Oh, alright, that's very close. Cool. This is where the section is, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So and that's indicated by the like kind of semi-solid, no, not semi-solid, but like those little pillar things. Which I do agree. Like I think some people said like that's like I think I remember Tom talking about like some people thought that was really confusing, and I think yeah, it probably is. Like I don't know. I think it's like most people are not going to pay that much attention. Also, you can actually see those the lines over there on which the big grinder is like moving on, like kind of cut off by those tiles. I don't know, little tiny thing there. All right, I guess we're gonna have a boss fight. Yeah, we are. I expected that to be a pipe cannon, to be honest, but this works too. Resnor's the most epic boss fight in Mario history, probably, right? Even harder than such stable bosses as Boom Boom. or you know, like half of the Koopalings, pretty much, or Bowser Jr. in the Mario DS. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I think with that, that's gonna do it for this episode of the playthrough. I'm gonna split it up into 2 parts, I think, because there's another 4 stages to play, maybe, or maybe 3. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today. If you like this first part of the playthrough, make sure to leave a like, and if you really loved it and you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. But see you next time, guys. Bye bye.